Hello again, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay, and in this week's video we're gonna get all of my Halloween stuff taken down, which is so sad, but unfortunately we don't get two Halloweens, so it had to be done. And we're also gonna do some deep cleaning in my kitchen and then just some every week tidying all around the house. But first things first, I have to light up these pumpkins and set them out on my porch so that the trick-or-treaters know I am open for business. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. All right, first things first, trying to get that laundry out of the living room. I had literally just walked in the door from work and I bought this astronaut costume at this little shop in the building where I work. Last minute, I saw somebody wearing it and I was like, that's perfect. It's the perfect throw on costume that for any event. And she's like, oh, I just bought it from downstairs and it was a reasonable price. And so I went and snatched up the last one. So I was all dressed up waiting for trick-or-treaters. And then I started to tell myself, I have to open the door to give out candy. What if they can see in my living room? It's a hot mess in here. So I wanted to get this room cleaned up. And we were so slow with trick-or-treaters this year, which just makes my little Halloween heart hurt. I love Halloween. It has very slowly become my absolute favorite holiday. I look forward to it the most. I just love the decor and the movies and the entertainment and the spooky vibes, the cool vibes. I just love everything about it. But trick or treat is not what it used to be. So I had plenty of time in between my maybe 10 total door knocks that I got the whole night to clean up. So I was like, let me just start getting these Halloween decorations down. So that's what I did. And my neighborhood is really safe, so it's not like people stop trick-or-treating because it's unsafe. I think it's just out of fashion. They would rather walk around parking lots and get candy from people's cars, I guess. And from Universal Studios, I had picked up this Chucky popcorn holder. Look at how creepy he is. It's so cute. It was kind of pricey, but I couldn't figure out what souvenir to get, but I thought this one was the most unique, and you put popcorn in his head. And I did have a coupon for a free refill, but I didn't get the chance, but that was one of my little souvenirs. I'll put him out next year. While I'm getting this stuff taken care of, let me take a second to introduce myself because I will forget to do so. My name is Jay. I own this home. I live in Maryland. And if I refer to things in this video as we, I mean me. Like, I gave out candy. I am cleaning. Unless I specifically say a person, or like usually I'll hire a company to help me around the house. I'm talking about we. That also confuses people in my real life. They're always like, oh, who's this we that moved the furniture? Is that your man? I'm like, nope, just me. A whole vibe. So I guess I need to refer to myself in the plural. hope you all had a great week, a fantastic Halloween and spooky season, if that's something that interests you. I really feel like it went by too fast. I think we need another Halloween. I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm not in the mood. I'm not even in the mood to shop. And if you guys have been here, you know I am always in the mood to shop. And right here, just to set the vibe, I wanted to light my Yankee Candle Witch's Brew candle, which is a Halloween staple, a must, if you will. But I was not ready to say goodbye to my decorations, and I am not ready to say goodbye to Halloween. I'm not in the mood. I don't love Christmas, and I'll probably say it repeatedly throughout the season, although I still decorate and I like seeing other people enjoy the holidays and be happy. It's just not my favorite time of year, just based on some things that have happened in my life. But people get really sensitive if you say Christmas is not your favorite. So I may have to say it a couple times because people get really upset about it. What do you mean you don't want to put up your tree and right after Thanksgiving? I'm like, well, that's not really for everybody, but I have been out to the stores because I just can't help myself. And I did do, I would say, a medium-sized Walmart haul of Christmas decorations. So let me know if that's something you want to see. Kind of like with Halloween, I want my Christmas to look better and better each year. Even if I don't love the season, I love decorating. And I want things to feel festive because when things are festive and cozy and pretty, it makes me feel better. I'd been neglecting my plant baby a little bit, so I had to give her some loving. And then it was time to go into my front room and take down my garland. And you'll see what is it called? The fortune teller's crystal ball kept going off. And I needed a little screwdriver to get the batteries out, and it was just, oh, would not stop. So the camera went out of focus for a little bit, but I just took all that stuff down. Here we are, all of the Halloween decorations put near their bins where they need to go for storage. I didn't get to it this day, so they sat there throughout the week. And this is the quickest, easiest chicken tortilla soup. It is chicken broth, enchilada sauce, corn, black beans, rotel, or diced tomatoes, and a can of diced green chilies. And seasonings. You can add chicken if you want, that's what I did, but that is it. All ingredients, a bunch of cans, and some enchilada sauce, which can also come in a can. Everything I already had in my pantry. I always have all of those things, and it was so good. It was so good. Since you're just heating up the soup, I just let it sit in the crock pot on high for about 2 hours, and it was absolutely perfect. I put mine over white rice, kind of like a gumbo, and it was amazing. And here we are, bright and early on a Saturday. Actually, it's not early. I had already been out to Walmart this morning and got some groceries and those decorations, but here I'm just sorting through my bins. So the Halloween goes in the 2 black bins, and then on the right, that clear bin is all my fall decorations. And when I put up Halloween, I had taken down some fall stuff and threw it in the Halloween bin. So I'm just kind of sorting all that stuff, and I'm also going around all of the downstairs, and I'm picking up any leftover fall decorations, like any pumpkins or acorns or anything that I don't want to carry into winter. So anything that's more the golds and the red tones and the bright oranges, which I loved doing for fall, I'm just putting that stuff up in its bin to put it away. And then I had to fit all of these decorations in these 2 bins. I do manage to do it, but I'm gonna have to really do some figuring out because the bins are stuffed full, and I know I'm gonna want more decorations next year. Halloween decor always kind of baffles me because I don't want to put it up in the attic. I did that for Christmas and I was so afraid to go in the attic. I don't know why. My attics are not especially scary and I have two attics, so that's so much storage space. But just me by myself trying to lug down those bins, I just didn't think it was safe and it was scary, so I didn't like doing it. But now I just store the bins in my storage room, which is a converted garage. But I don't know. But then I tell myself it's a four-bedroom house. I can put it in one bedroom. I can have a closet bedroom, a storage garage. I can do whatever I want. But storing the decorations is always a little bit of a pain. I thought that getting these big bins to consolidate everything would be just a great way to save space, but the bins are so damn heavy. Oh, they're so heavy. So stacking them on each other and, it's just it's a lot. And I mean, what first world problems to me be complaining about having decorations and like too much space and attics I don't use? I know. I don't mean to sound like one of those people. I do not take my situation for granted. I'm just being honest with you guys. And look at that, just like magic, we got it all done. And then we're going to move into the kitchen, the worst room in the house, consistently. So here in the kitchen, I am just trying to get my countertops clean. I had not seen the counters in a very long time, so I wanted to get those clean. And the goal of this little project was to clean out the oven. I saw somebody else clean out their oven, and it got me thinking about how disgusting my oven is. I've never cleaned it. It has a self-cleaning function that I don't know how to use, but I purchased this new stove when I moved into the house. So it's never been cleaned. Not the self-clean, not me cleaning it. And when I was cooking stuff, it started to, smoke and smell burnt from the burnt bits on the bottom. So it was finally time to take care of it. And thank you to the person who recommended Case File podcast. I used to listen to it and then I kind of got bored with I had heard a lot of the cases, but thanks to your suggestion, I went back and they had a new episode, a very interesting case I never heard of course, very tragic, but that's what I was listening to, Case File, and it was very intriguing. So thank you for that. To wipe off the counters, I am using this kitchen cleaner in the scent Honeycrisp Apple from Wegmans, which is a grocery store. I know they have it more up north as well, so maybe it's only in the northeast, but it's a grocery store and it's a little bit more luxury as far as grocery stores go. It has a bit of a cult following, but they have really affordable Wegmans brand cleaning products, and I absolutely love that. And I love this cleaning spray, and it did a really good job because I had some nasty grease stains on these counters and it got it up. And then I was also using some of my soft scrub with bleach to just do a little bit of a deeper clean wherever I felt like there were some stains on these stone countertops. This pumpkin bread, I don't know if I've shown it before. It is the pumpkin spice loaf cake from Aldi. Oh my word, it is delicious. I've purchased it every week that I've grocery shopped since they first released it, so I've gone through quite a few containers. If you like the Starbucks pumpkin loaf, it's very similar. I would say it has a slightly more moist texture. So if you don't like a moist cake like a lemon loaf, you know, they're more moist than a pound cake would be. So if you don't like moist cake, you won't like it, but I'm telling you, if you like cake and you like pumpkin, it is delicious. For the stove, before I could get inside the oven and give it a good clean, I had to clean on top of it and wipe down all the things that sit around it. So I'm just using a Fabuloso multi-purpose wipe. I got those on super discount at the store a long time ago, so I think I'm finally on my last container of them now. So, things otherwise have been really good for me. I hope that if you work like I do, that your job has been going well and you've been having a pretty good work week. As we get closer to the holidays, I hope that doesn't mean more stress for you. I hope, if anything, you're able to wind down and start to really relax and reflect and make plans to have a better year next year. I've been pretty stressed at work. Just working on this one project, I feel like I'm really using my brain all day. From the time I get into work and log into my computer to the time I leave, I can say that I am actually working, which, you know, any job you have kind of downtime. Well, I guess not any job, but in this job, I'm used to a little bit more downtime and more time to just kind of chill and, you know, regroup if I need to. But I've been using my brain all day, every day this past week, and I'm a little bit worn out, I gotta say, but always making progress towards my goals. Another thing that's been kind of unsatisfying is not getting the promotion that I expected and hearing that it's going to be pushed possibly yet again. It's making me a little bit bitter, but I should have done a better job at advocating for myself months ago. I just was under the very naive, childish impression that doing the work well would be enough, and it's not. You have to advocate for yourself, and that's what I would say to any of you out there, especially women, especially in male dominated fields. You have to advocate for yourself even when you think that you don't need to. So I am learning my lesson. Things will work out, and I know that I'm doing a good job and I'm learning so much and I'm becoming such a better engineer. But yes, that has been kind of at the top of my frustrations list, but hopefully it all works out in due time. Here's a good look at the interior of the stove where we are starting from. And I'm not even kidding, growing up, I thought this is just how stoves looked because that's how the stove has always looked. I just thought like that was normal. And to clean it, I'm using this Easy Off degreaser. I love this stuff because easy, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Easy Off is, you know, one of the top oven cleaners, and to have it be in a spray bottle and not aerosol, that is fantastic. And then just a regular Scotch-Brite sponge. I bought a big pack of those, I want to say over a year and a half ago, and I still haven't gone through them because for the day-to-day dishes, I use a Scrub Mommy sponge. So I just have those Scotch-Brites whenever I have a project to do. And I didn't let this Easy Off sit. I just sprayed it, put on my gloves, and got to work. And the Easy Off did an okay job at getting, I would say, the first layer of grime. So it got kind of the grease up, the top layer of grease, and some of those splatter spots, but it did not get up any of anything else. So all of that stuck on stuff, the Easy Off was not cutting it. And again, I didn't let it sit. I just sprayed it on and went to work, and it definitely needed some time to work. But then I moved on to using my Scrub Daddy Power Paste, and that is what finally did the trick. So after we did that first clean, things didn't look too bad. And I was just taking that Scotch Brite sponge and I was going into the Scrub Daddy paste. It was wet, but I had wrung out most of the water. And as you can see, nothing was coming out of the container. So I wet my sponge some more. And then I was actually at the bottom of this power paste. I just have a little bit left. So I just took the crumbs out and actually just sprinkled them on the surface. And then I used water and made a paste with it. So it is the power paste. So try to get it in a paste like consistency, and that is really going to help. It reminds me a lot of Barkeeper's Friend or any other paste type cleanser, so I'm sure it's not unique. One thing I didn't like was the pink stuff. I did not think the pink stuff was effective at all, but this is a really good, like, mildly abrasive cleaner. And I have this plastic scraper. I bought a 2-pack of these. I'm sure from some discount store. You can get them on Amazon. You can even get a craft scraper from the Dollar Tree because I have one of those for my wax. But I'm just using a scraper and gently scraping, scrubbing, wiping. So I'll scrape one of the spots I see, and then I'll scrub it with the sponge and then wipe it away to see what's left. And I was just kind of doing that over and over until I had all of those little spots cleaned up. And I'm using my left hand, as you can see, to brace the oven door because leaning on it to scrub, I don't want to lean on it too much and shatter the glass. I've seen that happen, never experienced it, never want to, but I did not want to break my oven door. That would be a nightmare. And then to kind of rinse everything away, I'm just using a wet microfiber cloth. And I am so happy with the results. As you can see, there's a spot on the bottom of the oven that I could not get up. That is burned there forever, a mark of my cooking for the next family that lives here. But otherwise, things turned out just so clean and so much nicer. And then for the grates, I just sprayed them with some of that Easy Off spray, and I'm using that same moist microfiber cloth. I was just doing like a really quick kind of lazy wipe of these just to get off any crumbs or big pieces of debris that could fall into the oven, but I wasn't like deep cleaning these, or else I would have soaked them in the sink and did all that. I was not in the mood for all that, and I didn't think they needed them. Eventually, I did get it figured out, but I had to cut that clip down a surprising amount. So, just wanted to leave that in for a little comedy. Maybe take a picture of your racks before you take them out so that you know how to get them back in. And once that is done, we're just going to move on to this load of dishes. As we finish up on my little coffee bar, I'm just gonna move on to mopping the floor with my O-Cedar Spin Mop and my Mr. Clean, just multi-purpose cleaner. I really like this little plant. I think I'm gonna probably keep it up even after Christmas and possibly all year. If I can find a nice color scheme, I'll keep it up all year. And while we're on that, why didn't you guys tell me that my house was so bland and boring? I took down Halloween and it felt like I was moving out of the house. It felt like there was an echo around here. It just felt so empty and bland and blah. I was like, ugh, I've just been living like this with nothing up on these walls. I was appalled. Now that it's been about a week and a half and I'm kind of back used to my boring space, but ugh, I am no minimalist and I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to definitely, after Christmas, get some color up in here, get something interesting going on because it is just too dang boring. But one thing the kitchen is not is dirty. It is clean and I like it. It's fresh, it smells good. And now we're just gonna move on to the rest of the house. The rest of the rooms are very easy. I just wanted to wipe down everything after we had taken all that decor and junk down. And for that, I'm using the Mrs. Meyer's Fallen Leaves scent. I believe that's the one it is, Falling Leaves or Fallen Leaves. I got it last year and I wasn't too impressed last year, but when I was using it this day, I was very impressed. It smelled amazing. And after I was done in the living room where my TV is, I didn't even light a candle because I could just smell the spray so well. I didn't need anything else going in the room. A quick vacuum and then I'll be all done in here, easy peasy. And have any of you ever tried Ruggable? I've seen it quite a bit on YouTube and like social media, but that's likely because these influencers get codes. So I was looking at the website because I desperately need a larger rug in here. And this rug that's down, it was from a collaboration that Rifle Paper Company did with Anthropology, I believe. So yeah, I need a bigger rug and I was looking at Ruggable, but their prices have skyrocketed since the company first came out. They're so high. But yes, if you have any rug recommendations, please let me know. And then moving right into the living room, this room will be super easy. And this is again where I'm using that Mrs. Meyer's cleaner to just do a little bit of a wipe up and then we're going to vacuum and that is it. So I went out to the store and I had to do a return at Home Goods without a receipt, which I just hate doing returns without a receipt, but I had cleaned out my car before I went on my little trip because I didn't want anything for people to steal, so I threw away everything in the car, including the receipt. I get to the checkout and I have this huge item I bring it to the line, I'm at the counter, and I know that they're going to ask for my ID. So I go in my wallet and I don't have my driver's license. It was in the book bag that I took with me to Florida. So I've been running around in DC, Maryland, Virginia with no driver's license for a whole week, which you can get a ticket for. I don't think you can get arrested because I am a licensed driver, but you can definitely get a ticket if you get stopped. So yes, note to self, unpack your crap as soon as you get home. But if you made it all the way to the end, even if you had to watch in multiple parts, I just thank you so much. I love interacting with you all and making this content. It's so fun to just talk and then read back what you have to say. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I do try to vary the length of the video, but it's going to be a lot of content like this. Hopefully I get back to my home projects next year. I keep putting it on my list and then I just keep not doing it, but I have a lot of fun things planned for this house, and I hope you'll come along with me on the journey.